And Fatima,
Yes,
I really do wish you well in this struggle.
Karen, it's not a struggle, honey.
I'm not one of these bitches coming here talking about you, the baby father. And I'm definitely not the one hugging her in the same salon I f***ed her in.
It's good to meet you, brother. I'm Zach.
Oh, God.
Heck! Stupid motherfucker.
You online looking for bitches. That's what
I was not looking for bitches. No, I wasn't.
My word means nothing to you.
Does my word mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Jeremiah told me about you. You the one took all his money and keep him from coming to see me.
No, Ma.
I like, what that girl name? Oh yeah, Karen. I like Karen.
Ma.
Did you fuck her?
We ain't been at it that long, so.
Karen.
Okay, so I posted a video over the weekend pretty much going over whether or not, or asking the question, okay, going back to Sister Season 5, moments before Karen saw the engagement ring, when she quote-unquote wished Fatima well in the struggle, and Fatima was like, honey, there is no struggle, but thank you. Was Miranda, not Miranda, I just recorded a House of Pain video, that's why I said Miranda. Was Karen correct about the struggles that come when a woman dates Zach? And in some ways, I know some people didn't want to hear this, but in some ways, I think that Karen was right. Now, a number of people were like, no, Jeremy, because Karen is not accountable. She's bitter. She always puts Zach down. She's the kind of person who doesn't let Zach forget about his mistakes, won't take him at his word, truth be told, because his track record is very shitty. Karen definitely isn't someone who tells the truth about Zach when it comes to the struggle. But the thing about it is, many of the things I just rattled off, Fatima fits the bill as well. And I said this since early season 5. In a lot of ways, she is becoming Karen in her own right. Now, you could somewhat argue that the situations aren't the same. People are like, well, see, that's because Karen is always tearing Zach down and she's not supportive and whatnot like Fatima. Go back to when Zach and Fatima first started interacting, like, when he was staying at her apartment for the first few nights. He literally said, I don't know if I want to, because he was so reserved, he didn't even want to sit on the same couch as Fatima because of the fact that, look, my ex was like you, someone who was open and warm and kind and trying to help, but then over time she became something else. And, well, isn't that a perfect description of Fatima? A lot of people still don't want to admit it, but I think it is true. Fatima literally is Karen now. She was who Karen used to be to Zach, but then Karen got to the point where, nah, I ain't dealing with this. It just feels like in some ways we fast-tracked that dynamic with Fatima, but that's because Zach and Fatima fast-tracked their relationship. I don't know what the hell happened in Tyler Perry's mind instead of writer's room, because he didn't have one at the time, but he literally flipped the switch on Fatima. And a lot of people, well, it's Zach that did it. But I mean, I'm not saying Zach's past and, a lot of his current situations didn't play a role in the switch up for Fatima. But as we've learned, it has a lot to do with her past relationship trauma from Ian. So if you ask me, I honestly think that Karen was correct in the struggle, not the wishing her well, because I think that came from a place of bitterness and pettiness. But I think that Karen already knew some of the shit that Fatima would go through based on her own experiences. I mean, like when Heather first came up to the yard with the 3-year-old, and Karen was like, you know what? This is stupid. Now, why am I still chasing after you? This is who you are. You know what, Fatima? Hey, good luck with all this. And then she walks off. It's just one of those things where, yeah, I mean, forget about Karen still. I don't know if she's doing it at this point, but there are some signs that point to her like, I don't know, maybe she still wants Zach. Like, oh, even though he's trash and you hurt me, I still want you to be the father of this baby. Look, Karen has been in I'm just going to say, a character funk since the back half of season 3. But even I have to admit, that's probably one of the most ridiculous things Tyler has ever written for any character. I know you're shit, but I still want you to be the father of this baby, even though in real life that is pretty accurate to a lot of women. I just think that overall, Karen was indeed right. Now, the struggle might not look exactly the same as her and Zach's, but when you think about it, and I'm not putting it all on Zach, and I'm not putting it all on Fatima, but from what I've seen in my perspective, Karen and Fatima's lack of accountability and willingness to say that, you know what, I messed up here and there. And truth be told, just like with Danny when it came to Preston, Fatima is causing a lot of the drama and crap that Fatima and Zach go through is her own escalation of current situations. Okay, Zach and his life, or basically Zach's half of the relationship presents a problem, but I think it gets escalated by, Ian PTSD, and then Fatima goes off the handle, and there's no teamwork between these two. It's, even though there are moments where, well, what about when Fatima helps Zach? It's on her terms. It's like, follow my orders, and that's it. If you, don't do what I say, we're going to have a problem. That's not teamwork. That's a boss and an employee. So I think that Karen was right. Yes, I said it, and you can quote me on this. I think Karen was absolutely right when she said that, there will be struggles. And Fatima saying, oh, it's not a struggle, honey. Yes, it is. You literally broke down after Karen left. I mean, she's only doing this shit to save face. It's just like when she was at the penthouse and said, I'm going to go home and talk with Zach, after she found out that Zach did nothing wrong in the salon, and it was Karen who initiated the hug and kiss. And yet you didn't apologize. What did you do? You said you were leaving, and Zach had to beg you to stay, and you said sleep on the couch. Fatima's full of shit sometimes. She really is. She only puts up that confident front of, oh, me and Zach have no issues. You only do that because you don't want to give Karen the satisfaction of her being right. And that makes her holding on to Zach even more ridiculous. The fact that you want to hold, sometimes, and this sounds horrible, sometimes to me, it feels like the only reason Fatima is willing to hold on to Zach isn't out of love, but to not give Karen the satisfaction of saying, I told you so. Ha ha. I think she doesn't want to lose. I made the comparison before. It reminds me of Melanie and Janae from The Game. Oh, I don't care if Janae's pregnant. I'm holding on to my man. Tasha Mack said it best. She's like, you know what? I think the only reason you want to rush this wedding is to get a one-up on Janae, because she's going to have the baby. Janae's going to have Derwin's first child, and you just want to have the satisfaction of saying that I got you on something, ho, I married him. It's like you gave up John Hopkins to, get with Derwin as an up-and-coming rookie. And then, you had Drew Sidor situation, like, no, I gave up too much, so I'm going to stick with him no matter what. I think Fatima's doing the same shit. Look, I know you can I think you can go off, you can say you're wrong, but I think that is a legitimate, point to bring up. I think that Fatima men have ego and so do women. And I think it's just, a battle of the exes here, currently in X, because Fatima, is gone for like the 50th time. I think she doesn't want to give Karen that satisfaction, so she'll put up with the bullshit just to say that, you're wrong, Karen. Look, but let me know if you agree or disagree with that statement. I feel like that statement has some weight, but with that being said, let's talk about it in the comment section below, and I will catch you in the next video.